This is the April 9th, Tuesday meeting of the Bisbee Arts Commission, special session at 5:31. Oh, April 9th, 5:31 p.m. First things first, call to order, which I just did, and then roll call.
Juanetta Hill.
Present.
Karen Schumacher.
Present.
Sharon Stetter.
Here.
Laura Morgan.
Present.
Kate Drew Wilkinson.
Present.
Sandra Smith.
Here.
Bill Higgins.
Here.
Nina Williams here.
Since we have no call to the public, we'll go ahead and go to item 1. Just as a refresher for those, if anybody doesn't remember, tonight we called a special session so we can vote on the time of and place of our SIG art machine unveiling party, since the last location did not work out for us. I'm going to go ahead and turn that over to Sharon, since she is the one that has been negotiating that.
So it took, it was a very interesting way that things turned around. Leaving the meeting last Monday, I decided I did want to eat dinner, took a girlfriend and we went to table. And as we were sitting there at the end of dinner, walks Michael Page. I said, sit down, let me buy you a glass of wine. And he got very excited about the idea, and they have a place for it. If you go into the building, there's a piano on the mirrored elevator wall that faces into the restaurant, but that's not where we want it to be for our party. But that's where they want it to be on a kind of a permanent basis. Anyway, he was all gung-ho and said, yeah, I know exactly where it should go. And then 2 nights later, I happened to be at the Ask dinner at Anna's Seasonal Kitchen's Spanish night dinner, where she sets you up in family-style seating and she puts your name on the table and you don't know who you're going to sit with. Right next to me was Rob Page. So, and he's left for Ireland and he's going to be gone for 3 weeks. So I said, Rob, just to get double confirmation, and he said that sounded like a great idea. He even thinks it's going to be good for them. So that said, then I started asking Michael Page if we could get together and have a real meeting, Karen and I and he. But he left town. He's never available. I'm just going to tell you that this dealing with them is it's really slimy, kind of. I don't know how to explain it, but I think we just move ahead and do everything ourselves. I don't think that they're intentionally. I just think it's just not. They're just not.
They're just busy too.
Yeah. They've got other things going on. So he wrote back today. I wrote him, can you just say in writing that we can have an unveiling on the 24th of May, 2019 for the BAC's SIG Art vending machine, pretty please. Our meeting is on Tuesday. And then he wrote back, yes, you can put the cigarette machine into the convention center as per Robin and Michael on the date specified, 24th of May. And I just said, let's get together when you have time so we can plan the party/event. And he said, okie doke. So we probably end up putting the machine in there before the 24th of May, but we won't have it loaded until the 24th of May.
That's great.
That's
a really good idea.
And
where is
It's a
that
great
location?
location.
it's going to go on that wall that faces the table restaurant. But initially, they've got the rotunda area inside the convention center that's supposed to be some beer thing that's not there yet.
So we have the party right there.
That's where the party is going to be. And so there's a place.
It's next to the elevator.
It's right in the doors that you go into where the coffee shop is. It's that
The other
whole
side
big
of it.
area where the coffee shop is.
Okay.
That whole big
I
area.
haven't seen a piano there, I must look.
There's a piano facing the table restaurant.
On the other side.
Stand up, upright
Oh,
piano.
okay.
Yeah.
So just to clarify, the 24th is a Friday.
Is it a Friday?
Just check, that's why I don't.
It is a Friday.
It is a Friday.
Okay.
Does anybody have any concerns about that?
It's an excellent day.
Friday's good. I checked,
It's a good day.
I went online and looked to see if anybody had anything scheduled. Does anybody notice any other events?
Well, that's what we did.
I don't know.
I would recommend, I don't have my phone, but just double check right now. If you have a Facebook app on your phone, does anybody have one?
Yes. I do.
Let's just, for safety's sake, I checked it a couple days ago. My phone is dead right.
Okay, where are we going?
So, go onto your phone.
Yeah, I mean,
Go to events
Just events.
on Facebook,
the Facebook.
because we all had different friends and things, so I thought maybe we could see.
Calendar.
Yeah, we should,
Should I? Go
Yeah, I'll
for
share.
it. Go for it.
Alright.
Go for it.
just because, we all have different contacts. I checked, but I didn't see anything, but you never. So, when you go into, right here,
Yes,
there's one that says events.
yes.
Click events, and scroll through the days and see if anybody sees anything. I couldn't find anything.
I am connected to Mexico's Wi-Fi.
There is that. The courtyard is having Al Fowl. I noticed that.
What's that?
Al Fowl is playing in the courtyard on the 24th, which is a Friday. Our event will start earlier.
That's right.
People
So-
will probably go from ours today.
Yeah, I don't think that's a
They'll
problem.
probably start theirs at 8.
There's start. It says 7:30, but that's.
Yeah, that's the door.
And we're gonna start.
we
at
started-
what time?
We're gonna start at 5:30.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna go from 5:30 until. I usually say 5 to 10 just to cover, but 5:30 until 8:30 or 9. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
But we'll say 5 to 10 to cover the time. So if anybody sees anything come up, this is the frustrating thing right now, is that because the Royale has new people and some of the other organizations, people start suddenly putting events up. So if anybody sees anything, just let me know so I can yell at them. No, I'm just kidding.
So what are the official times, 5 to 9?
So
Yeah, 5 to 9, but it will probably be 5:30.
5:30 to 9, I think is a good thing to say.
On the
So,
poster?
but just for the sake of what we're about to vote on, I say 5 to 10, just to cover us.
That's for us, the cleaning.
Yes.
No. And so that means that our motion would be, I move to approve the unveiling party for the SIG Art machine for the Convention Center in Old Bisbee on May 24th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
I'm gonna second that motion.
She seconds. Do I have ayes? Any nays? Thank you guys. So that's why I was clear in mind, trying to get that clear.
Beautiful.
Yeah, does anybody else have anything to?
And
Do
it will be
we-
like locked and loaded on there.
Yes,
Everything
yes.
will be in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
And hopefully we're also gonna use, this is why I need to have a meeting with council. I would like to use the walls around that space for the silent auction if we decide we wanted to do that also as another part of this fundraising event for the artists that are,
I think we should be
Participating.
really nailing down what we're doing because.
I'm trying to get Michael. I know, Michael's gotta give me a time.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
if we
wow.
have easels, that's a lot of easels though, but yeah.
we can
Yeah.
get that many. I
Yeah.
mean, Central School, between Central
do
School
have
and
them,
everybody
that's
else,
right.
yeah, we can borrow stuff from Central School.
Yeah.
The band, I told them, they're waiting to find out the date from tonight, so I think we'll be good, so I'll confirm that with you.
Mhm.
What's the name of the band again? I forgot to.
God.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out spelling if there's an S or no S.
There is
If
an
it's
S.
real French or no French.
What is it?
Jesuis.
What is
And there's
it?
a,
Well, no,
Je
let's not.
suis,
Jesuis something.
je suis,
Because I think it's.
If I had my phone, I have it written down, but I,
Je suis what? J-E-S.
Rioche or something like that.
yeah, she has the, I'll confirm that spelling. He sent it to me, so I sent you what he said.
Je suis what? How's it spoken?
I'm trying to remember, but I cannot remember the name of the band at the moment. I know who's in the band, I know what kind of music
Yeah.
they play, but the French has never been my
Oh,
strong
French.
point. There it is.
How do you spell it?
riche, riche,
Suis-je? Suis-je? Am I
Oh, it's
rich?
not even je suis.
No, it's
Suis-je.
am I rich, not I am rich. Suis-je riche?
Spell it.
Suis,
S-U-I-J-E, and then
R-I-C-H-E.
R-I-C-H-E. So it's actually am I rich?
I figured, Ben does speak French, so I figured he would have done it right.
Oh, good, good. I do not, so that's perfect. But I don't know if the musicians themselves did it right, so let me
Yeah,
check.
yeah, that's.
Are they French?
I've worked
They're,
down with it.
they're not French.
There's an S in it.
They're from Detroit or something,
It's
okay.
funny, it's funny. isn't it?
One of them, I think.
Karen, I hate to ask you this, but is it one of the two bands that you voted on last time? Okay, I just want to
It
make
was our
sure.
#1 pick, it all worked out. And
Okay, I
it
just
will
wanted
be,
to make sure.
I'll just confirm that with them tonight, so.
So, May 24th,
5:30 to 9,
we need to confirm whether we're having a silent auction.
correct.
We're continuing to have the $100 bills.
Mhm,
And tickets include drink and food.
mhm. Appetizers.
Okay, should I specifically say
Drink.
appetizer?
Do we want to say drink, or do we want to, so that was the question that you and I had. Do we need to get a liquor permit for,
We can see if the convention center covers us under their thing at that point, because we're inside of a
But
business.
we need to find out,
We're gonna have drink and food.
I mean, there will be drinks. They might be non-alcoholic.
so I think that the ticket then, if it's gonna include their drinks and the food, let's make it $20.
We voted on that last time.
Did we?
Yeah,
We voted on
it's the 10, you voted on
Let's
that.
keep it at 10, we'll keep it at very limited. We have a very limited budget.
If you're gonna have to do a special event liquor license though, I'll need it by the 30th of April to put it on the May 7th agenda.
I know, and that's why I don't think that we can, because last time Lauren McKenna and I both got a liquor license, it took us 2 months. So that's why that came up. It took us 2 months from the state to get it. It was ridiculous. The central school, I don't know why we're having
and
such
we
a
go
problem.
to says, you send everything.
It's the same note. So the way that it works with a liquor license for an event is that it's really complicated. So just, you know how it works, but they don't. Since we are not a business and we don't have a liquor license of our own, we go to a nonprofit and ask them to sponsor it. Or not sponsor, but we use a liquor license in their name. The state gives out liquor licenses for nonprofits for special use. Since I have a good relationship with Central School, I always just ask them. So once I ask, then Laura McKenna has to do the paperwork, and that takes a couple of days. It's kind of a pain. So they do the paperwork, and then they give it to the city, and the city has to vote on it on their agenda, and then it has to go to the state, and the state has to approve it, and then they have to send it back. And it's the last
But you
time we did
can
it,
go up to Phoenix
we could go up to
and
Phoenix.
hand deliver it and get it right then.
You can do that. So we
Mhm.
might, that may be what we're coming down to.
Okay, but we first have to find out if it's okay for us, because they're private business, it might be okay.
Let's talk to them and see what,
My understanding is you don't need necessarily a liquor license if you are giving away.
Yeah, we're not
alcohol.
selling, that's right.
So if you're not selling it, but I'm also of the mind that I think it makes sense to give one drink ticket, especially at $10, but
no, we're not giving out,
how are you gonna make money?
we're not giving, there's no open bar. I'm sorry, I'm saying that with all of my mouth.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, for $10, you only should be one drink.
Then you would want to have, so one drink,
I mean, that's a steal.
I have complete agreement with you. A drink ticket is all you get. You get a drink ticket. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. That
And
means
I
that we
think
could
that's
be
what we
having a
said.
bar after that, which makes it a little more complicated. I will find out with the convention center as soon as we can.
As soon
Okay.
as we can get Michael to sit down with us and
But-
discuss this party, which will be soon.
That will not change whatsoever, one drink ticket. No, there's no. So we're just doing beer and wine, right?
Am I making tickets?
I thought you were.
I think I am. I'm
Because
making
that's the
tickets.
thing, I don't wanna, this was
Haha.
another question, and I realize that actually it kind of all fills over here, but I'll do it quick. I do not wanna post this event on Facebook until we have a location where we're selling tickets. Because we chose not to sell tickets on Eventbrite, because they do take a percentage, and we were gonna do the great old hustle in front of the Bisbee post office. But as soon as I post it, I want there to be at least one location where you can buy tickets, or at least be like, you can harass the hell out of Sharon Sutter, she has tickets. So,
Wait a minute.
I'm
Wait a minute.
joking! No, but you notice, we
My
need,
phone
we
number's
need tickets
everywhere.
pretty soon.
Yeah. So how are we gonna do that? Because I don't know if we're necessarily gonna get them printed all nice and neat. We don't really have the budget for that.
No,
But I could print them black and white on a regular piece of paper.
you send it to me, I'll print it.
Yeah?
Well, I think color tickets is a nice thing.
What size ticket? Oh, that size.
Business card? Or less?
2 by 3.5.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I realize what a retard I am without my phone, because I would look right now, it's dead. It was working all day.
So, like, if you
If we cut this into
did-
fives or fifths,
Like
fives,
this light?
that's perfect.
Yeah.
Something like
So
that.
it's be long like that, because it's gonna have a lot of information on it?
Yeah, I thought we'd have some space.
It's gonna have a lot of information on it. What kind of information?
I don't know.
Because
Just
I
the-
have,
Where's
I have-
located, time?
ASAP.
I have this information.
Okay, let's hear it.
is gone, but yes, I have.
I'll send you we can put a little bit, yeah, if we can get essentially the same stuff that's on the poster and put that on the ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
that's not a huge amount of information, really.
We just had to put that silent auction and
Nice.
also
It's
one
nice.
drink ticket.
Send us a notice.
Yeah, silent auction, one drink ticket.
I put a lot of work into
Snacks,
it.
we just
Yeah.
snacks.
Bring 20s. We have to say, bring $20 bills.
Oh yeah, you might tell her that.
Oh,
Bring
everybody.
$20 bills to use for the machine.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's very
requires
important.
Whatever size.
Well, it takes 1s, 5s, 10s.
Laura,
20s,
whatever
but
size you think is appropriate.
It'll fill the box up if everybody starts putting 1s in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and I actually might not put that on the ticket, just because
Thank you.
there is an ATM.
There's an ATM.
There's-
right?
Oh, there is an ATM right there, that's right.
Right there. Let's make sure that's filled.
All right.
All right,
Who's providing the food?
we have a budget for food, and so once, the beginning of the month comes around, every new meeting, we'll start assigning what people wanna do.
Okay.
So if anybody think about what you really don't like to do, and I'll make sure that you don't have to do that, you know? There's always something
That's
that,
one way around.
yeah, I know, that's my key
I
in
make
life.
Jello. Real good.
But, we have enough of a budget to buy
Nice hot
some,
juice,
you know,
something in the
you
middle.
were gonna talk to Rocco
Jelly.
too, right? I'll talk to Coco. So we ask a few places if they'll donate a little food, and then we'll get some things to fill it in. That's the pretty easy part, so. But yeah, think about what you guys wanna do, so, and I'll have it broken down into jobs next time. So. Are we all good on this one? Tickets, whatever size you. I trust
I
you.
will manage tickets.
I trust you. And then,
Do you want space?
And I'll pay to
to.
upgrade the
I'm
paper to a card stock, if we, so that we don't have to make it on paper.
That's right.
and once we get those tickets, I will talk to
Well,
Sharon
it's a
too
fancy
about
event.
a location we'll sell them, like
Oh.
Pantera, or,
If only my printer would take card, my printer only takes soft paper, what about that?
Do we need to vote on budgets for the poster, or did we already do that?
no, we have to put it on the next one,
Do we?
yeah.
Okay.
But it's okay, it'll be fine.
Yeah?
Is it the
We're-
poster for the event?
So that what we're doing is.
You can vote on it tonight. I put time of the event, but to include but not limited to.
Okay, so let me make this is what we're doing. I verbally created a budget of thin air last meeting, and we gave a $300 band budget, and I only spent $200 on the band. So I would like to put that $100 towards printing, which I underfunded. We need more for printing, actually is pretty expensive. So I move the $100 in the unveiling party for SIG Art Machine budget, only 100 of it, from the band budget over to what was like a miscellaneous. It's under miscellaneous on our original. Does that make sense, you guys? I was trying to.
So with the Photoshop, we didn't want to get Adobe through BAC onto the computer because he wasn't sure if it was computer specific. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on that. But we will have to renew because the trial has expired, so it might be that same
If
$21.99.
anybody spends money for the BAC, I remind you to get your invoices to me so that I can put them on. We can refund people, and that will be okay. So that's okay if it goes over. We'll deal with that in the future. But I made a motion. Do I have a second?
I second the motion that we move $100 from the band budget to the printing miscellaneous budget for our posters and tickets.
That was good.
That's good, very
I
good.
know.
Well,
All
this
eyes.
Absolutely, yeah, very.
Yeah, that was the best one yet. Usually I'm like, read the thing.
That's why we put those guys at the head of the table, you
I
know?
know, she's got a little hammer too, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I do have a hammer.
She used it last
I
time.
know, that's why I made sure it was like, within reach there.
So we'll all be in communication. I do want to remind everybody, if you need to get a hold of somebody, and you can always email Nina and she'll get a hold of one of us. And we'll be breaking it down. The thing about any sort of unveiling party, this is much smaller than an art auction, which is a lot of work, but there will be some time given. It's usually really fun because the whole town seems to come out for the things like this, so.
Yeah, I think it's lovely because the town's going to know the artists. And so it's going to be, especially to begin with, it's going to be a curiosity item, and this is when it really counts.
Do you recall the person from the Sierra Vista Herald that was trying to get us to respond, that wanted to do an article on our machine last year?
No,
I can
but,
give you the contact, they have a new person.
yeah,
now.
I was to say, I think they have a new
Well, I
person.
think that we also ought to write some sort of a press release
Well, what we'll do
or
is,
something, write something about what we're doing.
we just ask them to come over and they'll photograph it,
Right.
like they did for that
Okay.
other thing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they were good about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
They're good about the
they
exhibition.
wanted to discuss this, like thoroughly, they wanted to interview us.
Well, I
Well,
think,
now-
I think if they're going
we
to
just-
do an article, it would be really tasty if they did actually publish the names of the artists that are in the box.
Yeah, and we
We
bet
just,
it.
like I said, we have to make sure before you put anything on Facebook, anyone,
Yeah.
before we get the newspaper, we just have to get the tickets and find a place that, I want at least one location that's selling them
Mhm.
all the time.
What would it be?
I think our best bet would probably be to ask,
Mayor Litz of Pantera, yeah, Mayor Litz.
Parents are sort of a good one.
And maybe look,
Centrally located.
Yeah, we
Look
can
is
actually,
actually a pretty good one too.
Where?
Look,
Look,
Yes.
I'll talk to Mark.
we talked to Mark and, are you close with Mark?
I just have to
Yeah.
know, Chris, actually.
Then you can be like, because I want the place to go. And then, of course, at the beginning of the month, we'll be taking some turns, if people have time, doing the hustle in front of the post office. Have I explained the
If Mary's, if.
She'll do it.
Yes. Look, I could hear Mark saying, I've got 50 artists, I'm not sure they can do that, so we might need an alternative place.
well, there's one. But so, if you ever want to sell tickets to something, and Bisbee is doing it, the trick is you just sit in front of the post office for as many days as possible.
And you saw,
And
Hey, I'll
it,
volunteer.
I'm gonna do that.
yeah, it works.
I like sitting in front of
We'll
the
sit-
post office.
You essentially,
Uh,
you
Ted
harass
Decker
all your
Road.
friends and neighbors.
Remember when it said Ted Decker Road?
So what we're gonna do,
A cup of tea and
No, we can do that.
what we're gonna do too is I'll make sure everybody gets tickets so that we can sell them to people we know. So, and her husband have already want to buy tickets, so that's very nice.
And I've got 200 people on a yoga list, and I can probably sell 50 to
Oh,
them.
yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna aim for, I don't know what the capacity is there, but we'll do well, so I think we're good.
We're gonna aim for 220 people. If we fill the bot machine with 220 boxes, wouldn't it be nice to sell the machine out the first time?
Oh, that would be fun.
Then we'll be done with it.
Then we can at least reimburse ourselves.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Do the people know what they're buying in the box?
No.
Not exactly, but they'll have an idea.
box?
I know who they're buying,
They're who they're buying from.
Well, you'll know who you're buying from, but you
Yeah,
don't
you
know
could-
what
you
you're
could
getting. Like, I
pick
just
the
looked at
harvest.
Kate Bishop made
But
these
you put-
beautiful,
whatever they
beautiful
put in there, you don't know.
flower pins that are just gorgeous. And they fit inside the box. And
We're gonna put
Kim Turpin
information
did little
on the side of the
books.
machine.
that are her photo books, and they're beautiful. And Robert Moondragon, by the way, is donating the pieces, and all of the proceeds will go to the BAC. He doesn't want to be paid, so
He
he checked the box that he doesn't need money. The guy that needs money doesn't need the
You
money.
can't take
So-
those bees. You're
Anyway, so
amazing.
it's things are coming in, and they're really lovely, actually.
So it's,
Yeah.
if you take pictures,
Robert
like I
has a lot
said,
of nice little things.
Oh, wonderful.
but if you
Oh,
take
yes?
pictures,
I will.
Robert Moondragon.
Yes, he does.
Well, he gave me 10 beautiful pendants,
Did he?
with chains and with cords.
so we'll
What
be
is- What a
pushing,
sweetheart.
I know, he is.
we'll be putting those pictures online too, so people can see kind of a sampling.
One last thing, this canvas is about the size, a little bit shorter of a business card, but Robin Bray suggested something that was really cool. She put her business card on the back, glued it to the back, and on the inside she glued a magnet. So it can be put on the refrigerator. She had all 10 of hers lined up on the refrigerator. And then I started realizing, oh my goodness, this is gonna be really cool, because people can collect all the artists who are doing these and put them on the refrigerator. Have a
That's
little
very
gallery on your refrigerator. But point being, I think I'm gonna get some, what it'll do is it'll weight the box to drop down in the machine better. So I think I'm gonna do that on all of them. So there's going to be an assembly party,
Okay.
where
We'll
I'm
call
gonna
it-
need
we'll
people
call
to
it
help,
for
and
them.
we'll
Yeah.
do it to assemble the boxes, to fill the boxes. I'm not giving people the boxes to fill themselves, because in the time that I'll have them, they could get dented, or it's like, there's just, we're leaving them flat until we actually fill them, and then they go in the machine.
It's fine. I put one together.
That's a good idea.
They go together really
Yeah.
fast. It's not like it's hard, but it's just, if every artist starts handing me 10 cigarette boxes,
Yeah.
and I'm storing 10 and filled cigarette, I mean, that's gonna be
Are
hard.
these delegations for 7 people?
Hmm.
In other words, can any of us do these canvases?
Mhm,
Can I take one home?
mhm.
Thank you.
Do I have any other,
I'm keeping track of everybody that's taking them, though, just so you know.
I'm
I
sorry.
thought it was a thing, it's gone.
if you need any information?
Do you want one or do you want two?
I'll take
All right, I move, unless anybody has any, the hopes of keeping this short tonight, does anybody else have
It may not
anything?
be the first wave, but I'd like to.
No, I don't have anything else. I think we can end the meeting.
I move
I
to
vote.
adjourn this meeting of the Bisbee Arts Commission. Is that, do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Just, I promised 9 a short meeting.